Good evening, everyone. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Ms. Aanchal Bali, the visionary founder of Adiva, a company that blends the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda with modern skincare and hair care. After spending over a decade in the United States, Aanchal returned to India with a mission to bring natural, sustainable beauty products to the world. Adiva not only prides itself on using Ayurvedic principles, but also operates a solar-powered factory and provides employment to women from local villages. Join us as we explore the story behind Adiva and its commitment to natural beauty and sustainability. Aanchal, thank you for joining us today.
It is a complete, absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me here.
It's our pleasure. And what brings you to United States today?
So we're trying to understand different markets, different products. I want to be world's best when it comes to natural products. So trips like this, when I travel across the world, it helps me understand what is probably the kind of products people are looking for, what are the active natural ingredients. I want to steer away from chemicals as much as possible. So most of the time when I speak with my friends and they tell me that, you know what, I have this problem with my skin, what are you going to make next? So all of that research that I do helps me to, be up to date with what can be the next product that I can launch in the wellness space.
So it's in the wellness space. It's not much to do with the beauty products.
So we are doing
because I see like your face is glowing, and I would be like, there's no makeup I see there. What are you eating, and what are you putting on your face?
Thank you so much. I normally, whenever I get wonderful compliments like these, I always tell them it's Adiva, it's Adiva, and actually it is Adiva. We since the time at least since my young years, we've only been using natural products. I never could understand a lot of makeup. And even today, when, the daughters of my friends, they come to me and they ask me, what serum should I put on my face? Or what eye cream should I use? And I'm like, and they're like 15, 16. They're barely in their teens. I always tell them, I said, you don't need to apply anything. Just probably use an aloe vera or something and it will help you. So yes, switching to natural things is something that is my endeavor, and that's why I create a range of wellness products with ingredients that are, probably mentioned in the Ayurvedic books about 6,000, 6,500 years back.
And they still exist, those
absolutely,
books?
And the whole world is gravitating towards Ayurveda, the wellness, naturopathy. It is very, very encouraging to see more and more
What
people.
edition of those books do you have at home?
So we have in this we have the Bhav Prakash Nigantu, which is the reference book for Ayurveda. And then there are Charak Samhita, which I have referred to many times. Each time I have created, say, Ayurvedic hair oils with 25 potent herbs. So what those 25 potent herbs would be, those books are like a treasure of knowledge.
Why aren't you a doctor? You could have pursued your medicine in Ayurveda, right?
That's a great idea. This entire idea dawned upon me while I was in my corporate job in the US. I was doing title processing, mortgage processing, and that's when I realized that probably this is a little boring. Let me do something which is towards, making people's life better. Doing something which adds value to their life, makes them live a healthy life.
True. So after spending over a decade in the United States, what prompted you to return to India? And how did you influence the founding of Adiva?
I remember that when I was working in the US, there's a very dear friend of mine, Kim. She had beautiful lavender flowers in her backyard. And I would tell her that, in India you have these beautiful khadi soaps that we can create, and she says, can you make lavender soaps for me? I'll give you my lavender bunches. Can you make soaps for me and bring it for me? So it was like a hobby that we started this. And when my father was running the factory, we never thought of making products in our own brand. But I wouldn't want to take the names on the camera. I have done private label for the top brands in India. And the irony is, most of the brands in India do not manufacture. So I feel my biggest strength is the fact that I run a factory. I am sure about the quality of ingredients. I know how it is being processed. Every batch is tested. Every ingredient that comes into our factory is tested. So the kind of quality that I can see in my own products is something that can be validated by any test lab as well. So the entire idea of manufacturing and all of this actually came in when I was working in the US.
And this happens to be your family business. Your
Yes, so
father
my
was pursuing
yes,
this.
my father is the one who kind of put this idea of Ayurveda into our heads because he was studying in Madras Christian College. Madras is now Chennai in India.
Right.
And he was very fond of Ayurveda, and whenever we would have, like as kids, we would have some little knick-knack, some scar, something, some bruise, he'll just put some natural thing on it. We never knew about allopathy and all allopathic medicines while we were growing up.
So did you have like a dadima who would give you those nuskhas?
I had my dadima and I have my nanima, and both of them are the ones who would probably come and tell us, hey, you should use this aloe vera, you know, you should use probably some kind of a turmeric inside it. And when we created these formulations, most of these formulations are based on ingredients that are available in your kitchen. We don't probably understand the therapeutic benefits of something as simple as turmeric, which with a higher curcumin extract can make your skin like really wow, you know, not just healthy, not just, you know, glowing, but you will see a transition, a transformation in your skin with these ingredients. So yes, I would want to give a little bit of credit to my dadi and my nani as well for all the nuskhas that they told us about. Make this vatna, make this, you know, this face pack, apply this aloe vera, mix aloe vera with haldi and apply it. That kind of helped us, yes.
Wonderful. We all understand allopathy, but tell me the difference between homeopathy and Ayurveda.
We come under the Ayush thing, and over there it is a organization, a government approved organization, a body which governs all these natural therapies that are there in the market. So the striking difference between probably a homeopathy, a Ayurveda, a naturopathy vis-a-vis allopathy would be, allopathy is like a band-aid. You have a problem, you put the band-aid, you'll feel better. But if there is a infection or something, it's not going to cure it. Whereas in Ayurveda, it not just cures it for the, like in the long term, but it also helps you stay away from it. It will make sure it increases your immunity, it makes your skin healthy, it makes your immunity stronger, so many things. So I feel Ayurveda is a more long-lasting way of dealing with wellness. And I will always propagate Ayurveda and India because I am super proud of the fact that today the whole world is looking at India, looking at Ayurveda, looking at these herbs, talking about, you know, turmeric lattes.
Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah.
And how expensive they are. Do you have trend something like this back in India?
I think it's only like a home recipe, a home thing that we do in our houses, probably in winters, that mama would make milk with turmeric and milk with, you know, some kind of dry fruits in it, and would make us have it to make sure that our immunity is good. But this entire concept of turmeric lattes being selling in a coffee shop, no, I don't think that has hit India. Because in India, we don't value it as much as people value it over here, because we've been having it since the time we were kids.
Can you explain how Ayurveda influences your product formulations?
Adiva as a company is completely focused on Ayurvedic formulations. So we have some classical formulations which are written in Charak Samhita and all these old books, and there are some proprietary formulations wherein we've kind of tweaked them with some modern products. For example, there are some ingredients which are not recognized in Ayurveda because probably at that time people did not know about it. Shea butter, to give an example, because it comes from a different country. Similarly, products like mango butter, they're not mentioned in Ayurveda. Ayurveda talks about kumkumadi, it talks about so many other ingredients that were there at that time, but a lot of newer ingredients probably that were available throughout the world with the lack of, the way things were in terms of communication. Right now we have everything on Google. 6,000 years back, we only had probably some research that the Vedas had done, basis which they created all these formulations. So Adiva as a company is completely focused on Ayurveda, and I thoroughly believe in Ayurveda, and I really feel that everyone should at least have knowledge to understand how it can help you improve your life and your way of living in the long run.
True. Adiva employs women from local villages. How has this initiative impacted these communities and your business?
I think I feel really humbled that I'm able to touch so many lives. when we started Adiva and we started employing these women, most of them were not even educated. And now all of them are independent. We were very, very serious about their education. In fact, one of the key reasons we even got recognized by people in the US way back in 2012, 11 is because my dad was very clear. He says, if I ever see, like to the ladies who are working, he would always say, if I ever see any of your kids working in some shop or doing some kind of odd jobs here and there, I will make you leave this factory. You take the tuition fees from me, make sure you educate them.
How lovely.
He's always been focused on that. So I think the way those values have been inculcated into us, it is more about giving back to the community. Yes, I would not say that it's not a organization which is for profit, but then again, when you are making profit, when you are successful, there are ways in which you would want to give back to the community.
True.
And for us, it was employing more and more people. We still believe in not automate, like we believe in automation, but we have not gone all the way into automating our factory, because I don't want this to become like a run-of-the-mill factory. I want more and more people to have Ayurvedic experience based on the traditional way of making Ayurveda, because when these medicines, when these uptans were being made, at that time, there were no pulverizers and homogenizers making these products. So we try going back to the basics and building up this entire thing, and the products touch so many lives too.
Tell us more about the products that you have.
So our journey started off with Ayurvedic soaps. And we were making soaps with different blends like neem and tulsi, almond milk and saffron. We did our research. We started using ingredients like lavender with our Indian basil. Then we started doing baby soaps, coconut milk and honey, because you wouldn't want babies to be, their skin is so sensitive. You would not want them to use neem and tulsi. We started doing more and more research to an extent that we have a range of soaps which is with a pH of 5.5 and 7. Which is the safest for the kids. And even the highest pH that we have for our soaps is less than 10. So even if you have the most sensitive skin, delicate skin, these soaps made with organic coconut oil, then we add other oils to it like sweet almond oil, castor oil, they're very gentle on the skin. So I feel that I'm my father pioneered the concept of handmade soaps in India. And I think I've taken it a notch above by focusing more on making products that would be acceptable in the international market. We've recently started Dubai, we're already doing Bhutan, Nepal, we've done exports to Mauritius, Sweden, and hopefully we know with this interaction that I'm having and I'm reaching out to people, we'll have a pretty solid network in the US
You can count on that. So you've been recognized by the late President Pranab Mukherjee for your contributions. How did that recognition impact you and Adiva?
A lot of people do a lot of hard work to be where they are. I feel honored that I got a chance to meet with late Pranab Mukherjee ji, and one of the reasons I met him is because I was running this small manufacturing unit that was employing women and focused on Ayurveda. I remember he talking to me and telling me that it's so amazing that you're not into a corporate job and you're promoting Ayurveda. That entire conversation really made me feel good about what I was doing in life. I feel manufacturing is my biggest strength because I can keep control of what is being made, how it is being made, which probably if you become like a big giant, you do not have focus over quality or the right people in place to do the QCs, it becomes a little bit of a challenge.
You do want to expand, and how will you ensure the quality is maintained when you expand?
So I am back. I have 2 factories in India. I have another third one getting ready. We have Ayurvedic doctors on our team, and these doctors are one of the best in India. There are people who consult with them internationally.
Nice.
So I still feel that I have a long way to go. I still feel my factory the way it is, though we're flooded with work, touch wood. God willing, we will have more and more manufacturing units. But at the end of the day, I really feel that when it comes to running a factory, it is one task, but making sure that you are consistently delivering so that you get positive feedback from your customers is quite another.
True. Sustainability is a key aspect of your business. Can you tell us more about the measures Adiva takes to minimize its environmental impact?
small steps make a big difference is what I feel. So from starting off and converting our factory into a solar powered factory to making sure we use minimal plastic or no plastic at all in our packaging. We went all the way to Rajasthan to source wood free handmade paper to pack our products. Our boxes, when they are converted into gift boxes, the fillers that we use in terms of paper are the shavings that are left from the labels that are put on the soaps. So we're very thoughtful about our carbon footprint. We're very thoughtful about making sure we're not dumping more plastic into the rivers. And another key thing that I would want to highlight here is all my products are sulfate free and paraben free. And we all talk about sulfate free and paraben free, but we don't understand why it is so important to have sulfate free products. Sulfates have a very, very harsh and harmful impact on the water, that water and earth both. So the more sulfates you dump into the earth, the same thing is going to come back to you in the form of your food, your water, and it's not going to help your body. So we really feel that for your own health, it is good to switch to ingredients that are safer. And everything is a chemical. Even water is H2O, right? But then there are some chemicals that are safe and there are some chemicals that are not. So our endeavor is to find more and more natural and safe ingredients so that people can trust our quality and love our products.
So you wouldn't say these are 0% chemical free, or you would say these have natural chemicals in them?
So when you create, I'll give you an example of the soap, and this is my favorite example as well. So when you create a soap, it's a chemical reaction between the oils and the soponification agent. That soponification could be something as harsh as a sodium hydroxide, or it could be as mellow as sugar or coconut, or probably sulfates which are naturally derived from plants. And that makes it safer.
Okay.
So soponification process is definitely a chemical reaction between the oils and the soponification agent like sodium hydroxide or sugar. But at the end of the day, it all depends upon what your vision is and how you want to create it. We've stuck around to coconut oil, our surfactant is sugar. So those kind of things definitely do not harm your skin.
Right. So talk about some of the signature ingredients you would like to put in your products.
Saffron, and more saffron. So we get our saffron from Kashmir, and there's a lot of research that has been going on to compare the French lavender and the Iranian saffron to what grows in Kashmir. Since we've been buying our ingredients from Kashmir, we understand how therapeutically strong they are. And I feel we should have saffron not just in our diet, but also on our skin. It really helps. Most of our products would have kumkumadi or saffron inside it. I have our top sellers are the almond milk and saffron soap, which is recommended for even the most sensitive skin. We also have sandalwood and saffron. Then we have a royal saffron soap, which is a completely like a saffron soap, no artificial colors, no artificial fragrances. We've kind of gone a step ahead by making body butters, which are like mango butters, kokum butters, and enhanced with saffron. So things like that. And then lavender is something, the Kashmir lavender is again one of my favorite ingredients. So I like using it in my floral waters, hydrosols. I love using the Kashmir lavender in our soaps. I love using the Kashmir lavender in even shampoos now. Home diffuser oil is something that we'd anyways working on for a long time, because you don't do much experimentation with blending, oils when it comes to home. Lavender as a fragrance itself is so amazing, so therapeutic, so calming. So, but I think mixing that with ingredients, other ingredients, and creating an indigenous product which is from India has been an amazing journey for me, and we've learned so much, and we're delighted each time we create a product.
What were some of the biggest challenges you faced when starting Adiva, and how did you overcome them?
I think one of the biggest opportunity area for us was to identify the right sources for the raw material. Ingredients, your product is only as good as the ingredients you use. If you are not using good quality ingredients, your end product will not be the way you probably envision it to be. So identifying the right sources for ingredients was one of the things that we worked on diligently. And then consistency of the products, making sure that every batch is giving you the same amount of efficacy. It has the same amount of goodness of ingredients inside it. That kind of help. And I think one of the reasons why we have been very successful in the international market is because of our consistency in our products. The way we manufacture, the quality control, with having quality control, the toll gates at every step of the way. One product that is manufactured in our factory goes through at least 4 levels of QC.
Wow.
And the final QC is done by a third-party lab which says, hey, I'm stamping it, this is good.
Wonderful. Your products have been featured in the Oprah magazine. How did that exposure influence your brand's growth?
The feature in the Oprah magazine for me was like me or my company winning the Oscar. I'm telling you, the day I saw that article in the Oprah magazine, I overwhelmed would not do justice to what I was feeling. I was thrilled. I was so grateful to God that I have not found any other Indian manufacturer being featured for the kind of ethos they have. We've done a lot of we did a lot of exhibitions at the Javits Convention Center, and over there also we were recognized for the naturalness of the products. So it did give us a lot of headway in terms of more and more international buyers trusting us for our quality. And I till date feel so honored and so humbled that I could get an opportunity to be featured. Our products got featured in the Oprah magazine, and it totally is a blessing.
So is there like a big frame of the magazine thing in your room, in your factory?
We have the actual magazine. We FedEx 3 copies of it from the US when the feature came in the publication way back in 2012.
Wow.
And every time we have new buyers coming into the factory, I very quietly and very carefully take out the magazine, keep it on the table, very carefully will flip the page, because it's almost been 10 years now.
Wow, you have to send me the digital copy so that our viewers can also see it.
Would definitely do it. Would definitely do it. And I was blessed. At that time we had an American partner with us, Kerry, who was so hands-on with exhibitions. Kerry and me together, along with her daughter Meryl, we've reached places. We've done great stuff, and one of the biggest achievement was the Oprah feature.
Absolutely. Talk about the most rewarding aspect of your journey with Adiva so far.
Creating a space for wellness in people's lives. Making people aware of what natural ingredients and Ayurveda can not just do to your skin, but your overall, harmony of life. We recently launched a range of incense sticks. When I launched incense sticks, some of the people, even my own friends, said, "You're a skincare brand. Why are you getting into incense sticks?" And we launched our incense sticks after research of about 3 years. We made them bamboo-less. We made sure there was no charcoal inside it. We made sure that when the fumes come out of the agarbatti or the dhoop stick, they do not have lead oxide or methane inside, in it when they are burning it. So every product that leaves my factory is something that we've done a lot of research on. And now those same incense sticks, when they go to people's homes and they're doing their puja, it just makes us so happy. The base is Panchkavya. So we know, Hindus know what Panchkavya is. For people who are not Hindus or don't know much about it, these are the 5 elements that you get from cow. And cow is considered very auspicious and, very auspicious in our culture. So a base of Panchkavya with dried flowers inside it, things like camphor, which can enhance the energy of any place. Things like sage, which are not quintessentially Indian. Sage burning was not something that started in India. But when we developed our incense sticks, we combined lavender, lotus, and sage, so that the sage smudging, the smoke, you can kind of let go of that and just burn that one incense stick and bring all the good vibes and the good energy into your home. So I think the fact that I have reached people's bathrooms and their mandir room makes me feel very good.
Wonderful. So if people want to buy your products, where exactly they can reach out? Is there a website? Do you have any outlets here in US they can buy from?
We do have a very strong presence in India, wherein we are retailing out of a lot of departmental stores and stores that are focused on wellness. We also sell on digital platforms like Amazon. We sell from our own website. As far as US is concerned, God willing, soon we will have an update. We should have some
Wonderful.
stores keeping our products, and also probably have our own store as well.
Thank you so much, Aanchal, for talking to us and for your insightful story. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was an absolute pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.